No.
We're starting now. We're live. All right. So, hello guys. This is Thaddeus, and this is.
Darius, Nick, you know my name by now? Come on now, just.
No, I don't need to do all that.
You
I don't need to do all that. So,
I'm worthy of an introduction.
you right? You want to introduce yourself?
No, you can do it yourself. I have people to do that for me.
So this is Thaddeus, and what was your name again? I forget. So this topic is going to be focused on how to become a creator. And me and Darius, we were talking about this again before we got here. And me and him has just been very funny. How we kind of really got on this is because me and him have both been doing things like separate for this past week?
Separate as in, like we haven't hung out as much?
Like you would go the experience of,
Okay, we've been doing things outside of each other, yes.
Okay, so we've been doing things. He answered like I wanted it. We've been doing things differently, but yet have been the same. Like I went to some bar type of place. He went to some bar type of place, but we didn't like plan that. So we've been doing a lot of parallel stuff. But in the week of that, we've been experiencing kind of the same thing, but doing stuff differently. And I had to kind of give you a background on that. So bringing it like to where we are now, I was talking to him and I was like, we should do about the topic should be like, with creation and destruction. So how to be a creator. So first off, before number one thing is if you're a creator, that means you're a destroyer as well. And you kind of have to get out of the whole like, oh my gosh, destroy, bad. Like, no, that doesn't work. So before I go too deep into it, that is pretty much what we're going to talk about. Since you're going to be a creator, which you already are, therefore you need to know about destroying as well. So before I kind of jump into it, anything you want to say to that or whatnot? Okay. So you're so funny. So what I have been experiencing, what I mean by like creating and destroying is that there's a lot of things like for me that I would need to like destroy. What that means is like pretty much just as it is. An example could be an old thought pattern of mine or just an old pattern in general. So I would wake up and I would just say, hey, how's it going? Glad to make it.
Ron Burrita says, hey guys, glad to make it live.
Nice.
Live. Being alive is part of the experience because you can ask questions, ask intuitive questions. So make sure you keep this like you're continuously live because it's fun. And you're going to notice towards the end that how much more you get from this just by being here while you're live. So yeah, thank you for that, Ron Burrita. Hope you enjoy the show. Leave a comment, say something else.
So with that is like you can just destroy certain patterns, certain things that don't serve you anymore, certain feelings in a way, like if you're doing something and it's like not serving you, then you can destroy that. So just, being raw, I'm not going to be sugarcoated like, oh, you need to meditate and you need to just destroy it because you're a creator. And what happens, like if you kind of just look at simple stuff, like think of technology, for example, our new technology that we're having. We're creating new ways to do stuff, but that means old stuff is being removed or destroyed. For example, we got Uber now, so you already know what's happening to the taxi industry. That's one thing. I mean, you have Airbnb. That's a new thing. Someone's creating that. That's already making an effect on like hotel industry. So just giving you a different perspectives like on that. So for me personally, what I have been experiencing by creating and destroying is that I'd wake up and I just feel like, okay, I want to create something. And, I go with what comes to mind. So, I may want to, create a happier experience. Like, I feel really good this morning. So I'm going to do something a little bit different. Instead of eating just cereal, I'm going to eat some fruit and I just feel better. Another thing is like when I go to work and, I'd say, okay, I'm going to need to destroy something here. And that's usually could be like a something that I know a certain coworker may do, or they may come in and I kind of already know it. So I would destroy my usual, I guess, response to them instead of just like, oh, here we go again. It's more like, you know what? Let me look deeper. Let me destroy this and let me look deeper and see like how I can make it better. And once I destroyed it, then I'm able to create something better, a better experience with this individual. And sure enough, they came in, kind of just the same, but the overall experience was different and better. I'm just trying to think of some other stuff that I've been like creating and destroying. Like, I don't know. I notice when I destroy, it just feels really good. It's like I feel like this new energy is like recharging me and stuff like that. And basically, I was telling him earlier, 3 minutes earlier, I was like, with the whole like creation and destroying, it's really like you're transforming. You're transforming things. You're transforming matter. You're transforming energy into ways that serves you, and you're destroying other things that may not serve you anymore. So you kind of have to be aware of that and just work on that. Are you going into a channel state over here?
Just trying to receive something about
Just
getting stuff, that's all.
what are you getting?
Well, I haven't had the opportunity to retrieve it.
I'm sorry. Multitask. But yeah, so that's kind of someone commented. I didn't even see. Shiva the Destroyer and the Creator. I've heard of Shiva.
Yes, I believe she's an Indian deity.
Okay.
Shaped like the elephants, I believe. Like the elephant nose or something. There's some kind of elephant kind of theme. I don't want to say theme, but it's the physical qualities of the elephant are present in her appearance as well. Elephants in spirituality are abundance. Interesting enough that this big ass elephant is for abundance. And what creating and destroying is actually doing is finding ways to allow more abundance to come into your life. So it's interesting that you say that, Brown Burrito, about Shiva the Destroyer, who also creates, because by destroying you are creating. What are you creating? The abundance. What form does abundance come in? Multiple forms. It depends on how you create it. Are you just creating a financial avenue? Are you creating happiness and joy? Is that how you're defining your creations? Or are you just focusing on things that you want to destroy, but you haven't done so? He spoke about not ignoring people at his job, but coming at them differently with a different approach because it's a different day. Something I think is a little more proactive is, I don't want to say waiting, but like when you have a negative thought, immediately think the opposite. That's a really good way to destroy any kind of negative energy. Because what you're experiencing, I always tell people this: what you're physically experiencing is what you were previously thinking. So you're technically experiencing your past. So right now, you're watching this right now. This is your past. What I'm thinking, I will then create in the future. What's being created right now. So if I have positive thoughts, if I have happiness in my mind, I will experience that in the near future. Laughter and joy is an indication of the things to come. Truly. Same as sorrow and things that you are wanting to focus on. So instead of not wanting to focus on them, just destroy them, that we don't have to focus on them. You can then replace those thoughts that don't serve you with thoughts that do. What are those thoughts? That's the best part of doing this. You're going to find out parts of yourself you didn't know existed truly because you weren't exploring these ideas. You weren't exploring the parts of you that you want to experience. So what do you want to create? That's the first step. Of course, you want to get rid of the negative. I don't want to say negativity, but you want to destroy the things that do not serve you. So what is not serving you? You'll know when you get the thought and it doesn't feel good. Two very obvious indications of things you have to remove in your life. So how are you going to remove them? You're going to think the exact opposite. Sometimes I curse people out in my head. So then what I do is I spend time, like a minute or so, giving them compliments. Like, oh, you have a nice shirt today. I'm noticing you're losing weight. You're a great person. And I'll notice that energy in my mind will start to shift into positivity. And I'll go into this momentum state of just constantly having these positive thoughts. And that will then create positive experiences in the now. But the now is really the past. Those thoughts is the real now. Think about that. Apply that. Excuse me. Apply that. Don't just think about it. Apply it. And notice the shift in your life. Notice how, if you just take the time to analyze your life and take the time to really get to know your mind, your psyche, and who you are as an individual and the things you're experiencing, and become very self-aware, you'll notice very quickly just how easy it is for you to associate your mind, your emotions with what you're experiencing. Different situations might call different outcomes, but they all have one. They tend to have similar energetic outcomes if you think about it. Jason McHaney. Okay, that's an interesting McElhaney. Cool. I like that name. Jason Jason, yeah.
McDonald's and then El Haney.
El McElhaney. Okay, cool. Like the python who sheds multiple skins of itself, which reveal a deeper energy of itself. Indeed. But what? I don't want you to say shedding. Or I guess you can say shedding. That's fine. I'm trying to play devil's advocate. But yeah, you're correct. Multiple skins of itself, which reveal a deeper energy of itself. Yeah. But don't think of this shedding as a fuck. Like why did I think this before? Because it's not like that. You needed that shedding to even know there was something deeper. That shedding is a part of the growth, and be at peace with that. Don't allow this process, now that you're aware of it, to kind of make you feel bad once you look at your life from a retrospective point of view. Don't do that. Don't even, I don't want you to say don't look at the past, but don't allow it to dictate your future, because again, the future is what you're thinking, what you're feeling. So don't allow the past to create that energy, because the second you have an emotional experience, that is your future you're manifesting. It might be small, might be a moment you have at Walmart, might be something you have with your boss, might be a long drawn out thing that lasts for 2 weeks, depending on how deep and intense this emotional energy is. That's essentially what you're experiencing. So just really become more self-aware, more cognizant of the energy around you, more aware energetically, more aware of who you are as a person, and just start to be more analytical and more proactive with noticing what you're experiencing and associate that to how you're feeling. So how are you feeling right now? How do you feel right now? Do you feel good? Are you feeling
I feel centered.
You feel centered?
I feel so centered.
Okay, that's good. I ain't asked you that though.
What you did.
That's fine.
I feel right.
That's good. He feels right. I feel kind of like out of it, but I went to the gym earlier, and that gym fucking destroyed my ass. That always happens. That's fine. I have the mic. You hear that? I can do that. Okay. But yes, we're just kidding, you guys. We love each other sometimes.
I mean, who are you again?
Nigga, please. I'm the provider of the MacBook. That's who. We're recording this on my computer, on my property. That's who I am.
Your property.
That's what I do.
I could say this is my house.
Oh no, you reside here.
But what bills are you paying?
Nigga,
so
this one right here.
That goes though.
Nigga, no, it'll never go. Because once you put it on YouTube, it is then public property. I don't know, whatever, child.
But who's Wi-Fi though?
Nigga, who microphone?
I mean, I feel like our microphone actually.
Oh, okay, so there's that. But yeah, you guys, I don't know what am I saying now.
I'm gonna need you to know.
Shiva. The whole point of that was about abundance. Abundance is it's defined as, it tends to be just financial gain and whatnot, but it's really about an emotional state of being that promotes who you authentically exist as. Abundance, an emotional state of being that defines who you naturally exist as. Authenticity and abundance go hand in hand, because authenticity is essentially at the core of abundance, because you need to know who you are and to be at peace with that, and to be authentic in your actions and your emotions and your thoughts and your feelings to create abundance in your life. Because if you do not, you will not have fuel to do so. So I speak about emotions creating the future. The thought guides the emotions, and then the action propels them. But all of those, the action comes last. It is the thought and the emotions that fuel that. So if you lack the desire, which is the emotions, and you just have the action and the requirements of others, you're living someone else's dream, which means you aren't being authentic to who you are, meaning that you are not abundant, and you will not experience abundance in any form because of it. Truly. And the more you become aware of who you are and authentic with whom you are, you will then start to see the abundance come to your life in ways you would have expected it to come, including financial, but in other ways as well, like a podcast or a friend at work who you find extremely attractive, or something, or just stuff will happen. You'll start busting nuts and stuff. Life will be great. Okay. Karen Joe says, "Hi guys, I made it." Yes, you made it, Karen. We look forward to hanging out with you on the I don't know if whatever. That's VIP stuff. Yeah. Is it VIP?
I don't know.
Whatever.
You just stamped it VIP.
I don't know. That's fine.
I guess.
It's just okay. We're gonna hang out with Karen. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah,
you made it weird. We're hanging out.
I did make it weird. That's fine.
We're hanging out with Karen.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're so weird.
So I'm seeing Shiva now. She's like holding her hands up. Okay, so she's the visual. I'm going to show you the visual, then I'm going to interpret it for you. I'm seeing her like hold her hands up. I can do both my hands. She's like that with her hands, and she's allowing who she exists as to come out of her, or I guess from through her. And this is then kind of like going out like not a waterfall, but you've seen like you knock over a fire hydrant, right? Those red things, it's like shoots up water. Her energy is doing that, and as a result, like coins are falling in front of her, like money is falling in front of her. Meaning, she's just backing up what I'm saying. Authentically being you will then allow the universe to propel you in an area of abundance, because authenticity exists in the definition of abundance. Okay.
It's a question.
Yes.
Because it's been a while since me and you I feel like we should have dialogue, and it's like
okay.
There too.
Okay.
So with that, so what advice would you give someone who desperately wants to be authentic? Since we're talking about creating and destroying, whatever comes to you, it's not a right or wrong answer. What would you say is the first thing or things that they need to destroy to be authentic?
Thinking before doing. Yeah, and I say this because for me at least, when I think about something I really want to do, I always think of the negatives. Okay, this person is going to think I'm weird. This person is going to have this perspective on me. And I think what's best for me, and what the second you told me, the second you said there's no wrong answer, I saw someone diving into water, which means to me you got to dive into that shit. Don't think about all the things that can go wrong or can go wrong or whatever. Just do it and allow that experience to be an experience in itself. So if someone were to ask me what is the first step, I would say dive in. Done. Dive in. Don't think about anyone or just dive in. Think about you. Be joyfully selfish as you dive in.
And then one question, another one. Now they destroyed, whatever.
Mhm.
How would they now create?
Because by diving in, you're destroying it because you aren't you aren't allowing the negative things to even propel you in either direction. You're just doing what's best for you by diving in. So the destructions are done. Now the creation, how do you create? You'll know once you dive in what do you want to create. Because once you dive in, you'll experience a sense of, you'll puff your chest up like, oh, okay, I can do whatever. What do I want to do? And you start to think, what do I want to do? Do I want to sing? Do I want to learn a different language? Okay, I think I want to do all of those things. You'll do them. And you'll then start to build that momentum. And you'll notice that you find it's so much easier to discuss all the things you're wanting to do as opposed to all the things you feel you're required to do by other people, Because once you become authentic, it's just natural. It's not working. It's not hard. It's comfortable and it's you. And it just comes, it's like brushing your teeth, like walking. It's like, oh, that's the place you want to be in,
So another question.
Yes.
I love this. We haven't done this in a while.
We have not.
I love it.
Mhm.
So, okay. Another question would be, say, for example, like, oh, that's cool. I get it. Create, destroy, bada bing, bada boom. But what would you say a person needs to stay in that frequency of, and not really stay, because I feel like you're holding yourself, but like, I guess get stable in this energy of creating and destroying. I ask this because I think that you would have to first accept that, you're source and you have these abilities being creating and destroying and being aware of that. So that's something I would think, but what is it? What would you say would be, if you would re-say the question?
So the question is, what should someone do in order to stay in the energy of creating and destroying?
Right.
It would just be the desire for happiness. Because what's going to happen is you're going to do it for, honestly, it's kind of like working out. When you go to the gym January 1st, I'm going to go hard. Yeah, you go for like a week and then you don't do it anymore. That week is very powerful, mainly because you now know you can do it. So the second you aren't doing it, it's like, fuck. I'm noticing I'm gaining weight. I don't feel as good as I did before. There's that contrast of doing it casually than not doing it. So you know what it feels like to do it and not to do it. So you're going to want to achieve that feeling of greatness that you achieve while you're actually doing it. So if you're wanting to sing and you've taken vocal lessons for like a few months and then you stop taking it, those few months are going to become extremely powerful because the momentum has already been built for you to experience what joy feels like. And when you aren't having fun or aren't having joy, it's a harsh contrast. Joy and indifference are dramatic. Just imagine joy and sorrow, or joy and anger, but just joy and indifference, because you don't have to be like angry. Some of you might just be like casually living life as opposed to like fucking having the time of your life in life, So think of the contrast of indifference and joy. That is a huge contrast, huge. So if you experience that joy for 2 seconds, that's all you need. That is all you need to ever know that you can then create and destroy forever, because you now are wanting to destroy so much more just so you can create all of that joy.
Nice. And as you were saying that, this just came to me, and it's just something I noticed, but I feel as though now that we're on the topic, I just like became aware of this. Like I feel as though we're always hearing, oh, you have to be aware of what you're creating, you're creating your reality. But let's kind of get on like, you might need to destroy some parts of the reality. Like, it's kind of like, I feel like we, like, not us, but like people only kind of give people half the equation or half the solution. Like, be careful what you're creating or this, that, and the other. But I don't feel like the topic of destroying is much, you don't hear that anywhere really.
Right.
Like there's things like you hear, oh, you need to let go, you need to allow, but like literally focusing for a minute on destroying, like, would you agree or disagree that that's something that's just not talked about?
It's not talked about because I think a lot of people tend to, whether they know it or not, innately know about the law of attraction. I don't think they say, hey, this is the law of attraction, but I think people know energetically at the core that by focusing on something, you're bringing more about it into your life. So by focusing on the opposite of that, you're naturally getting rid of the destruction. And it also defines destruction as evil. So if you're focusing on the light, the darkness will not exist. It's the principle that people have innately without knowing, actually. But because they're defining destruction as evil, they're applying that same kind of principle to that. So they're saying, okay, you can focus on the creation and the allowing, but the destruction is evil, so you just don't need for that. But in reality, it's important for us to define destruction as just getting rid of things that do not serve us. It's like kind of sweeping the floor. Do you not mop your home or clean the bathroom? These are things you should be doing regularly. You bathe all the time, right? That's actually destroying, if you think about it. It's just destroying has this negative connotation and it implies so many different things. Jason McKinley.
Just say Jason.
Oh, okay, I was close. J Mac. Oh, no, okay. Can being Shiva be a representation of humans restructuring their old thoughts, emotions, patterns, taking the old and chiseling away the old from creating it, morphing it into something new, like Play-Doh? Restructuring their old thoughts, emotions, and patterns. Restructuring. You know, I wouldn't even say. I wouldn't say Shiva is that, because Shiva is just about being like, I'm seeing her, all of the money coming from who she is authentically. So it's not a matter of restructuring, just a mattering of getting to know who you are. In terms of Shiva, I'm not just like you asked about Shiva. So Shiva is like, no. Restructuring, no, there's no restructuring, because it's already just got to focus on that and that will come out authentically. It's like a volcano, you know, it will shoot out of you, the authenticity. So Shiva, no, but I think what can be done is you consciously, you know, getting rid of those things with the intention of being authentically you. But is Shiva saying doing that? If it gets, you know, if it gets to the right thing, sure, but that's not what Shiva is all about, because she just wants you to focus on authenticity. Yeah. Anything else, sir?
What else was I gonna say? Sorry, I was thinking about the question. All right, so I like what you said, though, because you said a lot of people have the negative context of destruction, and you know, you just educated them, you know, on that, and I feel like some people are kind of aware, but it's not brought to their attention.
Right.
But I find like when you bring things to your awareness, it gives you more sense of like we said, I think we got our last one of our podcasts, Power of Awareness. You bring certain things to your awareness, it adds like power to what you're doing.
Yes.
So just kind of being aware of that, I found that for me, when I was progressing during my like spiritual journey and stuff like that, even to this day, I still do it. I find that before I can even attempt to create something, there are some things that I'm going to say destroy. I ain't going to show you for the video that there are some things that I have to destroy first before I can even think about creating certain things. And I feel like for me, I want to give details because I think a lot of people, they say it, but it's not like people can relate to it. But something as simple as, you know, there are certain things that I may do emotionally that just isn't serving me, and I may need to, you know, I need to destroy like certain patterns. Like, why is it that way? I have to look at myself deeply. Why is it that way? Go deeper into it. Why do you respond this way? What happened to make you do this? So I have to figure those things out and see what it really is and destroy it, you know, internally. Let me just say that internally. Most of my stuff is internally. So going in internally and figuring out emotional stuff that's happening to you, you know, you got to see it, you got to understand it. And then now you have the power to destroy it because it's not serving you. And instead, once you do that, then it's like, okay, it's like this, for me, when I do it, I don't know, I feel like a relievement. I just feel looser. And then it's like, okay, now I can create in the place of this. That's just something emotionally. Another thing is like mentally. When I do stuff mentally, you know, I always think of certain things, but I notice that I'll try not to think of certain things sometimes, and it may not work for me. And I'm like, okay, let me figure out what's happening. And I may figure out, oh, I don't want to deal with that because I remember hearing this topic being said and it made me feel really weird. So I had to destroy that feeling or that thought and then go in there and actually, okay, see what the heck was going on. Get educated. or I had to get it from inside internally from my guides and stuff like that. And then after that was done, then it was like, okay, now that I removed that energy, I removed that blockage, or I removed whatever the heck it was, I feel loose. I feel better. I feel like my energy is looser. It's not as tight. It's not as heavy. And then I was able to create in its place. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that when it comes to just focusing on destroying or transforming, however, you want to do it, I think sometimes you kind of have to focus on that for a minute and see what needs to be removed. Like he said, like, do you not mop your floor? Like, do you not sweep up? If you didn't sweep up your house, or you didn't do any type of cleaning or nothing like that, it's going to look pretty shitty. You can't just like, oh, well, I know that this dishes in the sink are dirty, but I'm gonna get new dishes anyways. Like I'm gonna place it on top of the dirty ones. It's still clean. Like, no, you need to wash some dishes. You need to destroy those germs and stuff like that. But that's just something I feel like people should just be like focus a little bit on, or bring that into their awareness of things, the destroying part. But yeah, that's my piece on it.
Do you guys have any intuitive questions you'd like to ask about? It can be pertaining to this topic. Perhaps you just want a general intuitive reading. First time viewers are more than welcome to respond as well. I see we have some new people on here. They aren't saying stuff. Feel free to speak. Speak your mind. Let me know.
Yeah. Totally speak your mind on here. Like, one of the biggest things we always preach on here is like always being authentic. Like, yes. My biggest thing is ask like questions that are just completely like out of the damn box. It helps us, it helps you. And then it's just like, I don't know if I should ask this. Like, no, you should ask it. Just because you kind of hesitate, you should ask it. I don't know, I like weird questions like that. It's always fun. I think we got ours.
Yeah, David. I mean, not David. Well, that's Jason. Intuitive reading. What's intuitive reading? So keep talking. I'm going to look into his energy.
Okay. Please. So he's going to be looking into your energy, dear Jason. In the meantime, while I'm left on the outside.
So basically, dude, for you, Jason, you're extremely intuitive. Like, you're constantly getting stuff, but you aren't acting on them. You're like, oh, cool, I got that. What's for dinner? Oh, I received that. Okay. Huh? You aren't acting on these great things. It's like you're living for the next big intuitive, like, vision or whatever, but you aren't acting on the ones you actually receive anything anymore. Not to say you aren't going to receive, but you aren't really doing anything to act on them. It's not a bad place to be in. It's just like you're kind of like waiting. I don't want to say waiting. You're just kind of like, you're just like it's like a flat. It's not. You're not really going up in terms of the things you can be retrieving, but you're getting intuitive stuff. This but you're like treating them like, oh, candy, like, oh, I love this candy, but you aren't acting on it. You just kind of like, you aren't diving into it. That's what comes to mind. I'm seeing you like walking down. I'm seeing you get an idea, a great idea, and then you let it go. Walk, great idea, let it go. So don't just let them go, buddy. Write them down, do things with them, make it happen. And Shanita Love says, hey, y'all.
What's up, Shanita? How's it going? I got to text you, by the way. Yeah, I got to text you. Because whatever. I got to text you. Shanita's awesome. She got to update me on some stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, Shanita's like so cool. Yeah.
All right, Jason, you have any questions about that? Let me know. Anyone else want to ask anything intuitive?
Yeah, ask some questions. Or he going to search y'all out and find you.
Pretty true. Who else commented? I'm going from top to bottom. So we got, Brown Heat at first. What is it? So. So for you, Brumber Heater, like you have multiple ways of being intuitive. Like okay, so you're trying to, I feel like you're trying to find your modality. How do you receive intuitively? How do you approach an intuitive kind of situation? How do you receive? There's no wrong way. You have multiple ways of retrieving and multiple ways of sharing your intuitive knowledge with others. There's no right or wrong way. You just do what works for you, and that will change with time. What I do, and what I think is a great place for everyone to start, is to point at your heart space, or wherever you define that as. Imagine like daydream a white sphere there, and kind of go into that white sphere. Like daydream, you're in that white sphere and receive from that way. That's how I do my intuitive readings. That's what works for me. So look into that. Jason says, cool, thank you. Any more details of the action taking or how to do it exactly? Okay, I was going to look into that, but I'm like, I don't know. Okay. Let the reception of the idea excite you and act on it. Like when it comes to you, it's like, oh, I like that, but you don't act. The second you get that, do something. Don't think about it, just do something. Do something. So that's Brown Burrito, got Jason, Karen, Joe. Yes.
Because one of my guides popped into my head and told me to ask you for them, because they know what we do, but what would you say is how did Darius get to where he is with his intuitive gifts?
Darius first dealt with very dark energies first, which excited the fuck out of me, to be honest. I'm not like a negative kind of, I'm not a masochist. I don't look forward to dark experiences, but to me at the time, it was validation that this shit is real. I was excited to experience it, loved it. I remember hearing like things crawling on my walls as if they had like claws, and it fucking excited me. It was awesome. Growing up, just experiencing these very dark things, but it was just like validation. This shit is real. And then I've always loved psychics. I've always felt that psychics were cool as shit, and I always wanted to do that. I feel like a psychic was like, oh, I want to be that when I'm older. I want to be intuitive as fuck. So I started to meditate because I also knew that Christianity was not for me. My grandmother was the Sunday school teacher. I was in church on we had the key to the church before anyone else got there. We were there. Imagine growing up in like elementary school, having to just constantly go to Sunday school church. Like you only have one day of the week, Saturday morning, to sleep in. Every other day, every other day it's like, damn, I gotta go to church. You're welcome, Brown Burrito. I wasn't. She says I wasn't expecting that validation. Thank you, no problem. But yeah, growing up, I started to meditate once I got rid of the church stuff. I started to come in contact with my spirit guides in ways that I didn't know I could, but it was never a active way of receiving intuition until maybe 3 months ago. I kid you not, I could never actively receive something until maybe 3 months ago. I would get stuff in the past. I've been doing readings for like a year or so, but I had to like go through some shit to get some stuff. Like right now I can get stuff like this, now it's like clockwork, but before it was not like that. So if you're seeing this, I'm guessing that his guides wanted you to add that because they're seeing that some of you are wanting to be in a great intuitive space, but you aren't quite there yet. Just know that it is so much easier than it looks. Yeah, it's so much easier than you might think it is, because you might think, oh, this takes a lot of work, a lot of this, a lot of that. That's what I was thinking, but it isn't nearly as difficult as the mind might perceive it to be. So again, my method is going into my heart space, literally like daydreaming. I'm in a white sphere where my chest is, and I will receive stuff. Perhaps I want to connect to my spirit guides or receive their names, which are awesome, or backstories on why they're my guides and whatnot, how to use them for different methods. So yes, does that answer your question? Yeah.
I think also too, and I feel like to say, but like those of you who got obviously everybody got their stuff. Everybody got stuff. So I would say, I don't know if it was you I was telling this to, or it was somebody I was like helping early in their journey, and I was telling them like, when you have your stuff, you should play with it, like with little bitty stuff. Like you don't have to think, for example, oh, I can pick up on this, so let me just pick up on this person and see how they're feeling. Like, no, just do something small. Like, I don't know, how's the damn bird doing outdoors or something? Like, how does the tree next to you feel? What is the energy of, I don't know, the flower outside? Like, do small stuff, do simple stuff, that builds your muscles, your intuitive muscles, do and then do something different. Like, test out, like, I can see really good, but can I hear it? Or, I can, this weird one, but I can hear it, but can I smell the energy? Can I taste the energy from a different, like, not actually go out there and taste a, tree nothing, but like, what would it taste like? What would the energy taste like? What feelings would you get? But play with it. Like, you have to kind of go back into that kid state. Like, play with it. You didn't think, oh, I have to be this, I have to be that, or what is this? Just play, have fun, do something small, do little exercises, hell, something small. But I don't know, just felt led to say that. But you're about to say something.
Yes, Brown Burrito, something I also got earlier, I didn't mention it though. So I saw your higher self like being very in tune with her body, like sensually rubbing herself, just indulging in herself and her being, her physical being, just loving it. And that is a spiritual connection to you. Because you and the earth go hand in hand. Like you and nature and like rocks and shit. Truly, that is like your core. I'm seeing you like write symbols on the earth and like dancing out in the moon and with a bonfire. You know, have you heard the song "Dreams" by what is your name? It's like an old '70s song. Stevie Nicks. That song. Listen to that song and tell me how you feel. Just listen to "Dreams" by Stevie Nicks. I'm pretty sure that she was in the band at the time, so it's not Stevie Nicks. Whatever. If you Google Stevie Nicks and "Dreams" as the name of the song, tell me how you feel with that energy, because that song to me just, I think of like someone just very sensually touching themselves out in the wilderness, and you're that someone. That is definitely you. Which indeed, Bruhita, very much so. She's like, yes, she agrees with that. Awesome. But yeah, okay. Karen Joe says that I'm having difficulty being sure of my intuition, still have doubts in my own potential. Okay. So I'm seeing energy come up from, let's see, what is that? The solar plexus? Okay, I'm seeing energy come up from the heart and up above. All this is fine, but everything below, no go. Yeah, the solar plexus, the sacral, and the root. So let's start with the root. The root chakra. How about I'm going to go into your root space, see what that is. So before you go to sleep, I'm seeing you in bed, lying down and just doubting yourself, like, oh, I just can't do this shit. It might not be about intuitive stuff, but it's just in general. So there's this deep and innate sense of I can't do this, and I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. And then the sacral, I want to do it, but I can't do it, and all these things are blocking me from doing it. But I really want to. And there's things that you want to do, creative things you want to do. Do you write things down? Do you have a desk where you're writing things down? Are you left-handed by any chance? I'm seeing you like writing stuff down with your left hand, and you're like, okay, I want to do this, but I can't do it. Fuck it. And then your solar plexus is, of course, you're not being able to dive into things, because the solar plexus is like the energy core of our body. It promotes the action. It's like the driving force in our body. It's the powerhouse of our bodies. But the root is the foundation of it all. You be intuitive as fuck, but if the root chakra is not on par, you will know it. You will not. It will not match up. So, but you got the heart and stuff, which is great. Just be more present. So the root chakra, in your case, is confidence, being at peace with who you are and what you can do. If you can see it in here, dude, again, what you're experiencing in here, what you're feeling in your heart is the current. Everything you experience from that point on is past tense. It's the past. You're living in the past. You're feeling and thinking in the future, or the present and then the future. What you know what I mean? But yeah, does that make any sense to you, Karen Joe? Okay, we got a Berber. From my experience, we have to truly let go and not be afraid of who may be watching. For example, I'm taking a walk, and as I walk past this tree, I called it for a hug. Thought to myself, wait, did I hear that? And yeah, she wanted a hug. So when I embraced the tree, I felt the hug in return. Just wonderful.
Oh yeah. Hugging trees are awesome.
Yes, indeed. Something else. Let me see. Yeah, something else I think would be great for you is sitting with your back against the tree and allowing the tree to come through you, like the energy and how I see it as like a white energy, almost very like very, very like you're smooth and how it's approach. See that energy coming from the tree into your body and spread that energy everywhere. For you in particular, Berber, Brown Brahita, Fleetwood Mac, I'm a heart space. She's put like a heart after that. I'm a Taurus moon and rising. Herbs, crystals, animals, nature, etc. have always had a strong connection with that energy. Yeah. I kid you not, I see you out in the forest like dancing butt ass naked under a full moon with like a bonfire. Truly, by yourself. Truly, just enjoying your body and just connecting with nature, like very like tribal, very tribal, extremely tribal.
So Berber is Shanita.
Oh, okay. She said this is Shanita. My phone is not cooperating. Okay, wonderful. Oh.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm down. I'm working on a tree. I have actually one of my good friends is actually a tree, like in a specific nature park down the road from me. It's a place called Grassy Waters Preserve. It's this cool tree. I don't know. Every time I go there, I like always talk to this tree before I go on nature walks, and it always like gives me really cool stuff to like look out for, like in a cool, like, hey, when you're out there, pay attention to this. And yeah, I don't know. I always feel this connection. I just sit down and I'll like touches like trunk and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a really good friend of mine.
He touches trunk. You a hoe.
I mean, you know, you got to get it how you
Use
live out
use
there
a
in the
hoe.
woods. I'm
You
just
know.
saying, you know what I mean? You got to get it how you live.
Okay, Karen Joe said, I'm glad this is a very active podcast we have going here. That's awesome. Karen Joe says, yeah, I feel like I need to start something, but I'm being held back and I don't know if myself or something else. It is you. Nothing will ever hold you back but your own creations. And who's at the heart of your own creations? You. Your mind, your energy, your thoughts. This entire podcast is for your situation exactly, and you're being called today to act. Today, now, right now. Berber says, we met in Costa Rica. We who her dude? Who did she meet in Costa Rica?
I'm not sure, Shanita. I don't know. I don't know.
Berber is here. We met in Costa Rica. Or maybe Berber is someone else's account, and she's using someone else's account. And maybe this person is saying, "Oh, we met in Costa Rica." This person and Shanita.
Whatever works.
Yeah, today that's what's going to happen. But Jason I want to get this name, McElhaney. McElhaney? Okay, go ahead.
You get points.
I do.
You get points. 2 cookies maybe later. 2 cookies.
Okay. Jason McElhaney. How do you see my energy or chakras? So, interestingly enough, they're all in tune, dude. You're like, all of them are fine, but you aren't acting on the things. You can. There's nothing really blocking you. There's nothing like negative or anything. It's just you. Just you. And that you would think that would affect your chakras, but you aren't like sad about the things that you aren't like these things aren't like affecting you negatively. All the things you want to do, all the great things you think you can do, they aren't. You not doing them isn't affecting you negatively. So all your chakras are fine. You just are kind of complacent because you aren't acting on it. You know.
I know.
You know.
I know.
But yeah, you're just fine, dude. You're fine. Like Michael. I say, is it Mickle? Yeah, I say Mickle like nickel. McElhaney. Berber. Amber, we're in Vegas.
So, Berber. I'm thinking Amber. So Berber.
Right. Yep. Just said that. So they were agreeing with what I was saying. That yes, that it's 2 people on 1 computer right now. I'm assuming Shanita and Amber.
Okay.
I believe so.
Any advice?
Karen Joe, any advice on how to unlock my root and sacral chakra? The root at the core is just being present and aware, because that energy is experiencing that doubt and that self kind of like, I can't do it, isn't your energy, truly. And when you become present, you become more aware of your own energy. And your own energy is like, I can do this. Authentically, we exist as very powerful beings. When we don't have those existences of being extremely positive, it isn't our energy. Done. Nothing more to it. We are not negative. We're not bad ever. That energy is not ours. It's what we're creating, but it doesn't belong to us in here. It's not a part of who we truly are. So how to unblock your root chakra? Be present. You can do it by you can literally just right now, just focus on the root chakra. You know, I do Reiki, I do distance healings. I'm going to clear the fuck out of your root chakra now. Why not? I've done this before. Let's do this. So yes, but if I weren't doing this, what I would tell you to do is just imagine a red sphere in that area and expand it. Expand it. And then she also said the sacral chakra. So for the sacral, continue to write things down. But allow the thoughts of writing them down and to inspire the action. Like write stuff down, then like daydream as you write it down. Okay. That's fine. Wonderful. All right. Cool. Thank you. Much appreciation. Awesome.
You know, I don't know why I got a randomest idea. Remember how you were saying like energy through computer, like you just did?
Right. I was wanting to do that before. I just never done it before. Yeah.
Perfect.
Right. I know. Right. Perfect. Truly. I've been playing more with my symbols and stuff, like placing them on my hand and doing stuff with them. We were behind a truck turning onto a blue heron from Congress, and the truck had like this squiggly line, but that symbol to me means interdimensional channeling. Something I came across last year, and I never seen it in person ever, because it's like a squiggly line like this. You don't see that, but I saw it on the truck right in front of me. Like, oh, that's my next symbol I'm going to work with. Thank you for that.
So if we were to put energy like boom, like right here.
Yeah.
I wonder how they they'd be able to respond to that.
Yeah. Okay. So I wonder what I should send or whatever I need to, whatever comes. Okay. That's what they're saying. All right.
Well, while you do that, I'm just gonna set one for him.
Okay.
Have it up here. Make it fun. Why not? Why not? We should play with this.
We should. Why not?
Why not? I'm all set and ready to go.
Yeah, you guys. I'm just speaking to your source selves, and I'm allowing them to send energy through me, and allowing that energy to be presented towards you, to whomever is watching this. Actually, because there's multiple people who are coming through me energy-wise, and there's only a 5 or so who are actively watching this. But I want you to understand that energy is everything. We are energy. Energy exists as us. It's not just a matter of like you have to be in my physical space in order to receive energetic work. I've done distance attunements at a distance for plenty of times, just casually. I have this black tourmaline wand that I actually use, and it's so fucking powerful because it amplifies my intention and allows me to send energy so much more further. I should start to use that more. Oh my God, yes. I want to use it in this video. I'm going to use that in this video. I don't have it on me now, but like next Tuesday, I'm going to bring it and I'm going to do stuff with you guys. Jason Mickelhaney, I love symbols. They resonate with my core, and I sometimes, I'm assuming he sometimes uses them. He didn't even finish his sentence. Amber says, this is the first time for me tuning in. I just want to let you know I feel your energy strong. Wonderful. Good.
Grazie. Appreciate it.
Okay, and Jason sometimes does automatic writing of channeled. Perfect. That's really good. A great way to do that as well is to visualize your guides. You don't have to actually see them physically. You don't have to know what they look like. Just have the energy of them in front of you and allow that energy to come through.
Oh yeah, he know his guides.
Yes,
he know them
perfectly. So you can go through that.
I know Jason.
And just breathe, and allow your mouth to move with your words. But it might be small. Like right now, I can do that, but it's gonna be like small stuff, small little movements. But you're gonna know that it's not you. You're gonna know. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you're gonna know, Jason. You gonna know.
You and I are gonna be great friends, dude. We're both into speech channeling. That is our shit. We're both gonna love, because I feel like for you and I, we both like very dramatic spiritual experiences. We like that hardcore shit when it comes to spirituality. And speech channeling is that. That is the freakiest you can go in this kind of stuff. Allowing the energy to come through you and use your physical body. That is the freakiest of the freaky. That's what I like to do, and I see you doing that as well.
Oh, they had a moment, guys. They had a moment.
We did have a moment, yes. Yeah, it was in that. I don't think it was in it.
I want to know more about Amber. She knew. I said, yeah, and also thank you, Amber. You're awesome. Yeah. I'm waiting for him to finish. He's doing amazing things. He's blessing you guys.
Nice. So I kind of gave you guys an attunement, I believe. I was trying to do open your crown chakra, put some stuff in there, then close it back out. So let me know if you feel anything. Yeah, Jason says, Jason and Mickelhaney says, yeah, buddy, multidimensional all, that is, all day, every day. I feel you do. Like, the freakier the stuff, the more happy I am. Like, I lately I've been working with channeling my guides. So I want to start channeling, speech channeling my guides and speech channeling entities that aren't of the norm. Like, spirit guides are becoming more common ground, becoming more amethyst and rose quartz and selenite, which is okay. That's like the first place, but I want to take that out.
I'm telling.
That's fine.
I'm telling you.
Interesting enough, Karen Joe says, I carry rose quartz with me always. I think that's what helps my heart chakra. Yes, it does. That, but I feel like your heart chakra doesn't need too much help, and honestly, because it's not like a small little energy there. Literally from your heart space up, it's like a very strong kind of energy coming from that space. So I don't think a rose quartz would produce that other than what you're producing yourself. But it definitely complemented, and I'm not saying you shouldn't wear that. It's awesome. Rose quartz is great. I don't have mine on me, but I have rose quartz. I use my hand all the time.
What you mean what's you not having your crystals? What's going on?
Right. I'm feeling like I'm trying to, because I'm not wearing my motorbike right now. I'm trying to almost.
You're naked?
I mean, it's on me, but it's not like here. But I feel like I'm kind of trying to stand my own power fully without use of crystals, just because I can. That's where I've been these past few days. I'm noticing I usually wear it, like the necklace kept breaking. Moldavite doesn't do stuff for no reason. Moldavite is like the transformational stone of life. This stone like kind of propels you into experiences that allow you to be authentic, whether you're ready for that or not. Truly, whether you're ready for that or not. If you getting to the point of you being your highest self means that you have to be arrested and go to jail for 10 years. Moldavite will put you in that situation just so you can grow from it. Truly. So, and Moldavite kept breaking on me. It wasn't like I had on the string. I kept trying to string break. So I'm like, okay, it doesn't want to stay there. It will not stay there. That's fine. I've been noticing that I haven't been as drawn to use my crystals as I have before. I've been using more of myself, using more of my body. I'm literally done now, but okay. I guess. But yeah, dude, Moldavite's pretty good.
So what I got from that about, Moldavite jail is like,
Hey, if that 10-year in the jail sentence tells you to allows you to become more authentically you, then nigga, that's your life. Brown Brujita says, I love using, I can't pronounce that word, my dear. And apophyllite. Yeah. And hedonite for connecting with my higher self and spirit. I've seen the first one in writing. I have no idea what it is. And I'm like crystal guru, so that's interesting. I'm going to Google that now. And hedonite, I don't know what that is either. But the first one, I'm going to just use my intuition. The first apophyllite sounds like a very high vibe stone. It sounds like crown chakra all day. That's like a crown chakra out the ass, where I'm getting from that stone. For me, I think it allows you to naturally become more of who you are. Yes, it is like the stone of authenticity in a way, because by receiving that energy, you now have the inspiration to act on your heart space. I'm seeing go like this and out your heart space. Interesting how that works. Hedonite, a part of me wants to think that's for the lower chakras. I feel like that's for like grounding, but I also feel like it works the root, but it also works the crown in this weird kind of stability kind of way. I'm going to Google that for verification, but that's what I'm getting intuitively. Thank you for sharing. Brown Brujita, yes, thank you. I love your energy, by the way. Like I also am like a let's dance out butt ass naked with the moon kind of energy. So I'm loving that.
Love it. I love it.
Yeah. You guys have any other questions? Okay. This is awesome. Questions all day. So Jason McElhaney, what's up, Thad? And I feel you, buddy Darius. I feel like you would love to see my symbols. I feel like I would like to be a guest on the show or like intuitive martial arts with hand symbols. That'd be badass, because I've done Taekwondo and I'm going to get back into it as soon as possible. And I fucking love Taekwondo. Like, it's one of the things I daydream about all the time. I love Taekwondo. I love how it's so, it's just a part of me, dude. I feel like in my past life, my most recent past life, I was Korean. I can see it. Like, I died in the 80s. I had kids and everything. Like, I was definitely Korean, and I loved Taekwondo. I didn't do it. I don't know if I did it in life. Yeah, I did it in that life. I wasn't like a national person, but I was very good at it. I did it in that life, and it's something I felt I didn't accomplish fully because of feeling I needed to kind of fulfill someone else's desire as opposed to fulfilling my own. So that's why that's one of the reasons why I feel like I'm empowering people all day this life. Like, hey, you do you. You be authentically you. You be joyfully selfish because of their past life. But yes, martial arts and Taekwondo is awesome. I also did martial arts when I was much younger. I got to a green belt, then I went to Taekwondo, and I kept the green belt in Taekwondo. With hands most flowing out, yes. Parambrahita, yes. Crown chakra out your ass. Awesome, I concur. Karen Joe says, how can we find out who we are in a past life? Oh my God, awesome. Awesome question. Yeah. Well, my thing is literally just to do it. Like, if you're thinking too much about it, you're doing too much work. Honestly, literally go into your heart space and ask to see your past life. That's simple.
Yeah, you can do that way. I know for me, I have to have certain spaces set up a certain way. So I go and I set a space for like where all of my past lives reside. And then I just ask whichever one that I need to reveal itself. And I don't try to make it look a certain way. It just comes to me. So it's many different ways you can do that. Though in my earlier journey, my sister, that's her gift strongly. She literally can pick that up and write it down and all that good little stuff. But yeah, Mimi, by the way.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Mimi's good at just connecting in general. She's really good with connections.
Yeah,
really good connections. Mm-hmm. Berber says, I feel like our souls have been here many times, plenty of times. But not everyone is like this. So some people, I feel like the people who are extremely kind of like reserved, like extremely reserved, who don't know how to just do stuff, or kind of like feel they almost are covered in something that's holding them back. Those people are younger souls than others. Like if you're the kind of person, you know, there's always that person who's very vibrant, very like energy just is booming out. Those kinds of people have been here for quite some time, and their souls have almost mastered Earth, if you know what I mean. And that isn't to say that you're not as good as this person because you're not as advanced, but you know, just there's definitely those who have come here and who have not experienced as much as others. But there's definitely many lifetimes. Jason McElhaney, I hear you, bro. Did Taekwondo till second degree black belt, then mixed martial arts till second degree. Amazing form of expression. Indeed, that's what it is. It's expression. Because I don't want to like fight you, but I want to fuck you up in Taekwondo. But I don't want to fight you though. That's too much. Brown Burrita, I can really see my higher self loving to dance under the moonlight. A ritual union. Yes, ritual out. You are extremely ritualistic. Like that. It's not even that you need the ritual. It's just part of the fun. Like candles and literally like take your finger and do stuff in the dirt and just you will love that. Make symbols in the dirt. Don't think about it. Just you will really get a kick out of that. Truly. Oh, she says she's making rose water for the new moon on my B-day. When is your birthday? New moon. So you're in October. That's coming up soon because the full moon was not this past Thursday, but a Thursday before that. Is your birthday Thursday? I don't know. Try to make it up.
Oh, I love. I don't know if it's Shanita. Where are you about to read?
No, go say it.
No, I love the word that either Shanita or Amber said. Overstand. I love when she said like totally understand. She switched to overstand. I love that because I feel like those words are like not really. The best way I can describe it is like you've had to really go deep in yourself to use the words like understand, understand, and overstand. And just to hear you say that, that's just like, I don't know. I always found like, well, okay, this person, they don't really went deep, but that was cool. Overstand, yeah. Oh wow, you get that on the head. Yeah,
nice, yeah. Look at me, I'm killing it. Brown Burrito said yes, her birthday is on Thursday. That's awesome. Jason Oh, it's Amber. Okay.
I feel like me and Amber gonna connect. I don't know how, but Amber, we got to talk. I don't know. I'm feeling. I keep funny thing enough is though I keep seeing like your name. It's like behind the laptop. I see your energy, and I just been seeing it for the longest. It's like a blue-ish like energy, and it's just been like there, and I just been noticing it, and I just been like. I don't know if we're like sending or sharing information or anything like that, but I just like really been connected with your energy. I don't know, so we're gonna have to talk soon. I don't know. Yeah, what were you gonna say though? Sorry.
Nothing. Nothing. Literally nothing. Yeah, you guys, this was fun. I want to do more intuitive stuff. That's what I'm gonna start doing. Do more like freaky deaky intuitive stuff, like symbols and stuff. Like before, I was like, oh no, I can't do that. Now I think I can do what the fuck I want to do. You know. I can truly do it, whatever the fuck I want to do. Yeah, so I'm gonna bring my wand. I would love to get a new wand. Oh my god, I have one. I have a picture of the wand that I would love to have. It is a Herkimer diamond wand. It's made of like wood. It's so awesome. I would love to have that. Whatever.
That's what's up.
Berber, I'm holding on to my favorite blanket right now, and it's blue. I feel your energy. Ooh.
That's what's up.
Seductive.
That's what's up. I like it.
Do you like it?
I do.
Blue is a very nice color. I've always been guided from my spirit guides to harness the energy of blue. And I think that it's like an intuitive energy, but it's also very calming and very centered. Interesting.
It's a very funny energy. For me, like, I don't know if Jason, I'm pretty sure Jason probably was around during that whole stage. But for me, I guess because I'm extreme, like if I have a lot of blue, my throat chakra is open so much that it's just there is no holdbacks. I am just too like blunt, and it's very funny. I went to, I think I told you about Casadega before, right?
It sounds extremely familiar.
Okay, Casadega is the number one spiritual place.
That's right. You did. Yes, okay. Yes. It's in Florida too, right?
Yeah.
We have to go there, dude. We have to do something there.
Yeah. I went over there, and the psychic, she was doing stuff, and she was basically saying, like, your throat chakra's been open a lot. You've been doing a lot of stuff around blue, hun. It was just so funny, and everybody was looking at me like, dang, she called you out. But I don't know, too much blue for me, but I love it. So when I'm surrounded by a lot of blue, it just flows out.
Maybe that's why I'm being guided towards blue, because my throat chakra is essentially that is of all my chakras. I love the heart, don't get me wrong, but the throat chakra is what I came with it to utilize the most. I'm a communicator, I'm a speaker, I'm a professor of knowledge. I spread my knowledge very, very easily. I speak with a very power. There's power behind my voice. I've known that for years, and I didn't know what I can do with it. But I know that I should utilize more of that energy. So that's probably why blue is coming through to me. Jason, something else that you asked earlier about your energy and how it looks, it reminds me of like a Super Saiyan, honestly, dude. But like white. I'm seeing white, but like Super Saiyan. Very true. Super Saiyan.
Oh, man.
Having a moment?
No, because Jason is funny. Jason basically, look at those exclamation points.
Right.
That's what I said. He was around that time. He was like, yeah, bunch of this was very funny. But I think Amber was saying something. I don't know if you read it all. Okay, I'm feeling your energy. I'm all water. Yes.
Very calming spirit.
I can definitely pick that up about the water part. Yeah, I have a strong connection with water as well. So that's pretty cool. Definitely pretty cool. Yeah. Your energy to me feels just like, I don't know, like technically you are kind of right in front of me because I'm feeling your energy. It just feels like a really calm energy. Like I just feel like if we were like sitting down like talking, it'll just be like so chill, and it'll just go deep, and it'll just.
Nay Ayako is how I see your energy.
Really?
That's how she reminds me. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Amber, that's what's up.
Almost fluorescent, energetically fluorescent. Like she's not moving around too much or saying anything, but she's glowing in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like very yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's
like serene.
Very
yes,
serene.
Like a waterfall falling into water. That right. Energy of that is
Right. Yeah, it's just really cool. We got to talk, Amber. We got to talk.
Yeah, well, I wanted to do something more. I don't think it's like an hour long. That's usually when we like kind of go towards the end, but I want to do something more. Something more. I don't know. What do you want to do?
Well, I'm sorry. I was looking at Jason do his Kamehameha wave. I'm not really sure. I mean, usually it's kind of like we'd have to just give it to give it to them. I don't know. Let's see. Let's tune in a bit.
My guys are like waving, like, okay, so you've got everything out. Yeah.
My guys are just kind of, well, they're surrounding us in a bit, and I'm just trying to see if one of them is going to say something. And then lightning is going, and I'm just trying to see, like, he's basically telling me to ask the audience what is it that the audience, I don't know, ask the audience what they want different. I don't know. Okay. What y'all guys want different? Usually we do kind of end it right here, but what do you guys want different? We're putting the ball in your court. Yeah.
So Berber says, yes, she knows that we have to talk. So happy to meet you guys. Happy to meet you too. I'm glad you're part of the experience, because it truly is. Watching this live and watching it recorded are very different. Not to say the recording is bad, but like to be here live and to interact with us, because when we watch it recorded, people can't see the chat. They can't see that people are actually talking to someone, so it's not as powerful. I could just be making stuff up, but when you're here, like, you feel that experience. So I'm glad you're here to feel that experience as well. Jason Mickelhaney says, do you guys see the particles of matter like transparent electrons? I don't see it other than particles. Like I haven't divulged into it enough to see other than just like white small dots. So what I've been doing lately is like collecting my own energy from the earth, because you all are the same energy, but of course there's specifications that are your energy only. So I'm connecting my version of the earth into me when I'm out in the grass and stuff, and I connect to the tree. I'm connecting my version of me from the tree and from the water, and that's what I'm doing. And I'm seeing particles as opposed to like a full solid white wavy line. I'm seeing particles of that. Jason also says, in the air with your physical channeling, metaphysical. Oh, with your physical eyes. Oh, so like now. I mean, I can see that, yes, but I know what you mean. Okay, so I don't necessarily see like anything white. I'll see like, fuck. You ever seen Predator? Yes, Predator when he goes invisible. Like if he moves, he's like, you see that little clear thing as he moves, but he is still there. I see stuff like that all the time. I can see it now if I wanted to. So yes, I see that all the time, dude. Every day, casually. And I can see the energy in the air. It just wasn't coming to me as a particle. But I'm glad you said with your physical eyes. But yeah, Predator from the movie Predators with Arnold Schwarzenegger in the first one. Yes, that's how I see stuff, and it isn't always clear. Sometimes it'll be like doing stuff. It depends on the energy there. You know, it really depends. Arcturians to me come like dandelions. When you blow a dandelion, and you see like the little stuff, I see them like that, but like white. I mean, like clear, like they're clear dandelions. It is the most interesting thing ever, and I'm like, okay, they're here. What do they need? What you want, cuz?
Damn.
You know. Jason agrees to the explanation of predators. Yes. Predators. Yes. Jason, we got to hang out, dude. We have to hang out. I see us like playing video games, having the time of our lives. I feel like we're going to have a hard time getting rid of our energy. I feel like you're going to hype me up. I'm going to hype you up, and we're going to get together. It's like, okay, we have to do something to get rid of this. And we have to do something to get rid of this energy. It's going to be like a lot of energy with us. Bro, like, can you see the electrons, the spinning circles around atoms? I don't look into that. You know, I went to school for biology, got a biology degree, and that is, so I took chemistry 1, chemistry 2, organic chemistry 1 and 2. So I know a shit ton about electrons. I know how they look, and I've seen that already because it's so physical to me. I don't look for that, but I don't see it. But I also know it's because I don't want to see it. I don't care to. But I know I could if I wanted to. That's not an interest of mine. Well, 6 viewers. I would love for the 6th viewer to leave a comment to let us know if you have any questions, intuitively or not, about whatever. This is a really fun podcast. I'm not wanting it to end. You know?
Yeah. What comes to mind for you?
Nothing really. Oh, Mimi. Hey, Mimi. How are you? Should I have a comment?
What up?
Mimi, do you have any questions? Or something you can do, Mimi, is do a reading for the group chat. You know, an exclusive Mimi reading. Only people who are on the group chat can receive this. Because they're, maybe it's intuitive as fuck. Why not?
Yeah, that's my sister. She's like really.
Yeah.
I've had to. Oh, sorry. You can read it. You got the mic. I can't read
Okay.
it.
So Jason first says that channeling your ancient guides. You know, that sounds fun because guides change through our lifetimes. One of my guides, his name is Matape. He has been my guide for several. If he isn't here physically with me, he's my guide. If I'm not here physically with him, I'm his guide. It's been like that for since we've known each other. Truly, we've known each other for quite some time. I know him as one of my earlier lifetimes on this earth. Like I'm pretty sure I can come up with earlier lifetimes, but he's like one of the first 3 I've known him in. And we've been together ever since. So I would consider him an ancient guide. Another one of my guys, her name is Daphne. Daphne, I was once her father, but I'm seeing us like, is it the Pilgrims that came up with Thanksgiving? You know, I'm seeing that hat with a nickel. I mean, like the little thing there, not a nickel, but the belt buckle. Was that the Pilgrims for Thanksgiving? We were in that time with Daphne. I was her father. Very strict father, very, very protective father. And my other guy, I refer to him as Hector O'Father because he just to me is just like he's like flying off of a tree. He's doing backflips. He's very energetic. I knew him in a life where I truly discovered my hippiness. I was like diving into the ocean and stuff, and I was just being barefoot all the time. And he was there to teach me how to do those things. So yeah. Karen Joe says, I've had 2 experiences where I'm pretty sure I channeled recently deceased persons within the past 2 months. Is that ability something that's specific to me? I'm still trying to make sense of it. Okay. Abilities being specific to you is very limiting because you can do anything. You hear that? You have that every time I have a point, there's like a bird chirping. The universe is agreeing with you. The universe is wanting you to be aware that there's no limitation to what you can do. What do you want to do? You're being a gift. Well, okay. By saying it's just gift specific to me, I'm hearing intuitively, okay, is this my own thing? Do I have my own thing to like? You always have your own thing. Don't feel as if you need this intuition to validate your authenticity, because that in itself is validation, just being you. So don't think of these gifts as, okay, I can do something. You can always do something, okay? But any gift you want to do, what do you want to receive? Do you want to be telepathic? How do you want to receive your intuition? You know, it doesn't matter. There's no wrong answer. What do you want to do? And do that. Oh, okay. She also mentioned that she felt them. So I refer to channeling as just an exchange of energy. Honestly, channeling is essentially an exchange of energy. So Reiki is channeling. I feel like channeling is like the mother word for intuition in itself, because you're constantly receiving all the time. You know, speech channeling is allowing the energy to come through, and you allow you to literally move your mouth and your fingers and whatnot. But that's awesome. The fact that you think you did it means you did it. Done. There's nothing else to inquire about that, because you did it. There's no need to like feel, oh, did I really do that? The fact that you think you did it, it was done. Done, done, done. What about twin flames? Twin flames, how do I say this? Their souls are kind of so close to each other to the point where they're almost becoming one, if you will. So some might, that's why they're twin flames, but really they're just two flames that are like really scorching, but because they're so in accordance and alignment with the other, they coexist almost in the same space, but there's a difference. That's how I would define twin flames. Mimi says, what is my favorite gift and why? I'm assuming she's referring to intuitive gifts, and my favorite gifts would be, I guess, channeling. I don't know how to how to define it, because I feel like it's so comprehensive and so enveloping. Yeah, I feel like it goes over everything. If you're into astrology, I feel like Jupiter plays a big role in my chart. If you know, Jupiter is the sign of expansion. Jupiter rules the sign of Sagittarius, so it goes into optimism and just being very philosophical. It's essentially the higher vibrational, higher learning, high vibrational philosophical ideas, and that's very much Jupiter. So my favorite gift would be to have all these have this a philosophical mindset, and then see that through the eyes of intuitive nature. So your intuition is backed by your mindset. How you receive and perceive and speak on is how your intuition is going to respond to you. Because what you're doing is you're asking questions. Is this person, doing this? And my mindset is focused in a different way from yours. So that and only that is how I would define your intuition, because it's your mindset, and your mindset is authentic to you. But yeah, Jason McElhaney says, "Do you feel like going into a deep live channeling? You were Thad." The thing is, when it comes to like speech channeling, I'm not to the point where I can like speak like audibly loudly. I can do it, and then I will let you know what I'm feeling myself. But I can do that if you want me to.
And usually for me, it's that my guides want to do it. I could ask them, but it's like they'd have to be wanting to do it, and then it had to. My guides are like me mostly. They're very specific. My guides are kind of like, okay, we're coming in if this person really needs it or they sense it and they have something, and they'll come in and then boom, and then they brought their business. So that's kind of how my guides work when it comes to channel. Jason, you already know this. You know how they work. You know fire, so you know all of them. So I answered it, but I guess that was more for him. But that's how for everybody else, that's how my guides are. They're very like specific.
The one I want to channel is Machape. He doesn't have anything to say. He's like, what am I going to say?
Yeah.
He doesn't mind, but like, what do you want to know? Karen Joe says, okay, that makes a lot of sense. When it happened the first time, I got really excited. So did I. When something like spiritual happens to me, I do get really excited because it's fun. Fun as fuck. Mimi, how can you tell if you have had a twin flame? You will know without a doubt. You will not have to ask. Trust me, you will know. You will know, you will know, you will know. It'll be an instant connection. It might be the person's name or something. Like names to me, I'll watch a movie and I completely forget everyone's name. It's not a priority. But when I know someone's name and I connect it with their energy, it means the world to me. I will hear your name on a piece of paper and not know anything about you, but know exactly who you are. And I only do this with people that I'm connected to. So when I first heard Thaddeaus' name, like, oh, great friend, lifelong friend, done, powerful being, that's me. Immediately, without question. So you'll know. You just know.
I just have to remember, this is my sister, not the other one, right? Because there's two Mimis. Mimi Goddess Love is the other one.
Right. That is me. Yes.
So this is my sister.
Yes.
Okay.
You can see a picture, kind of. Make sure you guys like this video. Make sure you are liking this video. If you aren't subscribed, do so now. I don't understand why you wouldn't be subscribed at this point. What are you doing with your life? But yeah, make sure you like the video. Yes, yes. Berber, Shanita, I feel like there's a blockage somewhere. Do you sense anything? In your sacral chakra there is, Shanita. Is what I'm getting. And it's fueled by self-doubt. Great creative things you want to do, but the idea of doing them frightens the fuck out of you. Get rid of that.
I love you, sis.
Wow. Jason McElhaney says, the 6 to 9 months before I met her, I heard her name in my meditation. Oh, my question is about the current situation with my twin flame. Oh, you know your twin flame is. Okay. I'm seeing you two coming together in solace. Coming together like, okay, we fucked up. I know what I did was wrong, and all is well. I'm seeing her like, is she pale skinned? I'm seeing her with like her hair. I'm not seeing her physical form of this earth. I'm seeing another form of her, but I feel like she was once some sort of priest or some sort of goddess in a way. I'm seeing like she had some kind of affiliation with higher vibrational knowledge, but in the sense that she wasn't saying, hey, this is what you can do. It's more like she was putting out energetic seeds to the world from a place of high vibration. That makes sense? How do I put that? Like I see her like, imagine I see her on a cloud, then I see her like sending out energy symbols and energy things to this person, that person. She's deep in tune. Awesome. Karen Joe, no. And then Karen Joe asks, have I met my twin flame? You have not. You know if you did, but for you, Karen, in order to meet your twin flame, you have to love yourself to that extent. Because by self-love is authentically sending love out to the universe. Because of course you're going to experience that self-love, and you're going to, everyone you come in contact will be more loving of who you are just because you love yourself. So in order to be that person, you have to love you fully, from start to finish.
Start to finish. Start to finish.
Oh, she says she loves me. You're welcome, sweetie. That's Shanita. Shanita says she loves me. Yes, I love you too, my dear. In that sacral chakra, yes. Get rid of that. Is there something going on with the moon? She said there's a new moon on her birthday. That's Thursday. I feel like my intuition evolved in the course of this interview. But yeah, you guys, I feel like we're done. I feel like we did like a lot. Yeah. If you have any questions, let us know right now. But yeah, I guess we're on the way out right now. Yeah, it's been like an hour and some change. That's good. A good, nice little video for you guys. Anything, if you're wanting to come on the podcast, Jason mentioned he wants to come on the podcast. We know Shanita's coming on the podcast. We're going to meet up with Karen Joe. That'd be awesome if we can record a podcast with her in person. That'd be awesome, right? Can we do that?
Well, I don't know what we'll be talking about. So that'll have to be, that's not a me and you, that's a me, you, and Karen thing.
True, okay. But yeah, if you wanted to be on the podcast, let us know. Email us. Contact us on our website at whydidiincarnatepodcast.com. All those links are in the more info box. His business, Dynamic Spiritual Healings, because he is a great energetic healer. My business, Intuitive Channels Are Us, because I'm great at teaching you to intuitively channel a higher source of consciousness that exists in the same space as you, because you are that higher self.
Oh, sorry, I didn't read that loud. You got the mic. Sweet.
I'm trying to do about Jason. You know, I feel like I'm not getting anything more. And my guys are like, nope. You know exactly what you need to know from that situation. I told you what I needed to, but Jason, I'm not getting anything other than what I told you. Like, I can't look into it. I'm not getting anything. They're like, my guys are like, no, which is fine. Brown Burrito says, everyone's energy. Did you read that already?
I didn't say it out loud.
Okay. Brown Burrito says, everyone's energy is bombing here. Thank you, Darius and Thaddeus, for creating this space and being authentic as fuck. My pleasure, my dear. Oh yeah, Karen, we got the email, sweetie. We're going to email you back. We just wanted to figure out what time to meet up with you. For you, Mimi, she inquires, what chakra do I need to fix? Your throat chakra. You have a lot to say, but you're afraid to say it.
She ain't afraid to say it to me.
But yeah, that's good. It was nice. So that's awesome. So use Thaddeus as a stepping stool. When you see someone in the street, assume it's Thaddeus and speak your mind.
Be careful, Mimi. Be careful. She be hurting my feelings.
Try you, Brian. All right, you guys. We love you.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. So
Yes, there's a lot of love being sent. Make sure you share this video with others. I feel like we don't mention that enough. But share this with others. Post it on your Facebook. By posting, if you love this video, you should share it because you love it and it's authentically you. And that's what that's going to do is like an icebreaker for whomever follows you on Facebook and whatnot. They're like, okay, this person's weird, but yeah, you're weird, but it's authentically you. So, but share this video and you will be more aware of who you are authentically.
That's like when the whole Infinite Waters, like you know Infinite Waters.
Yeah,
so
she's like the one
everybody was
original.
like, oh, you watch Infinite Waters, right? That was like an icebreaker. Yeah.
It was, yes. All right. See you guys later. Yes, we all have to hang out. Yes, Jason. I'm gonna actually hit you up. I feel like we're gonna be great friends, dude.
Talking to you soon.
Bye. It got dark out here really quick. Next Tuesday at 5 p.m. Okay, next Tuesday at 5 p.m.
Later.
Bye, you guys.